Gowan Bank, Oulton, Warwickshire. Nature Notes for 1906. By Edith E. Holden. To sit on rocks, to muse o'er flood and fell, to slowly trace the forest's shady scene where things that own not man's dominion dwell, and mortal foot hath ne'er or rarely been, to climb the trackless mountain all unseen, with the wild flock that never need a fold, alone o'er steeps and foaming falls to lean. This is not solitude, 'tis but to hold converse with nature's charms and view her stores unrolled. This month was called Martius by the Romans, from the god Mars, and it received the name Llyd Monath, that is loud or stormy month, from the Anglo-Saxons. March'll search ye, April try ye, May'll tell whether live or die ye. March hack ham, comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. March 1st. March has come in like a lamb with a warm wind from the southwest. March 4th. Glorious sunshine, first warm day of spring. Went for a long walk. All the skylarks are up and singing in the blue. Found the coltsfoot and speedwell in flower. Down at the edge of a copse where a little stream ran, the celandine buds were very large. Another week or two of warm weather will bring them all quite out. Everywhere the birds were very active, and such a chorus of voices from every hedge and tree.
Oh, heavens!
Do be careful, Ken.
Winnie.
Ken, it's like a bear with a sore head. It's impossible.
Oh, poor Ken. It's because he's so unhappy.
Is that any excuse for barging into me? Half Mother's best china might have been broken. He gives into his feelings. He always did.
Winnie. Please forgive me. I haven't damaged anything, have I?
Well, of course she forgives you, don't you, Winnie? There. There is something wrong, though, isn't there? Is it some new quarrel at the factory? Or is it Ina again?
My wife and I no longer speak often enough to quarrel. You know that, Edith. I just feel my life is worth nothing to anyone now.
Oh, hush. It's a terrible thing to say. Think of the new baby coming.
Let's not talk about that. I was rather hoping to meet Macbeth Bain.
Well, so you shall. He's in the drawing room with Frank and Evelyn. It's just like old times. And Arthur Matheson's there, too. So please, Ken, don't argue. Father's trying so hard in front of his old friend.
I've no quarrel with Father or Macbeth Bain.
hopeful times. How close the new age seemed. Who could have guessed what things would go wrong? Quarrels everywhere, between brothers.
Now, Father, we must be grateful for what we have.
I agree with you, Father. Things have changed for the worse. I can remember a time, not so long ago, when all the directors of the Holden firm put people's welfare before everything else. We were proud to call ourselves socialists. Hello, James.
Ken, the socialist millennium, if it ever arrives, will still have its share of work shies and incompetence. When times are prosperous, they're allowed a good run. But when times are bad, as they are now, they have to be weeded out. If the Holden firm is to survive, there have to be changes.
And what does the Speaker for the Labour Church say to these changes, Macbeth Bain? Where is the brotherhood of man now?
Don't forget the fatherhood of God, Kenneth. The Labour Church exists to prevent the socialist movement from being sidetracked into atheism. We should all be concerned for the spirit. The health of the spirit is our concern. If we understand that, we shall choose wisely.
Well, I agree to that.
Wouldn't surprise me to hear that you'd started voting Conservative. I should never have invited you to join this firm. My dear brother would never have dared stand alone against me.
The stormy March has come at last, with wind and cloud and changing skies. I hear the rushing of the blast that through the snowy valley flies. Ah, passing few are they who speak wild, stormy month in praise of thee. Yet, though thy winds are loud and bleak, thou art a welcome month to me. For thou to northern lands again the glad and glorious sun dost bring, and thou hast joined the gentle train, and wear'st the gentle name of spring.
Mother! Mother! Oh, Mother, look at this.
What is it, Edie? Good news?
I've had a picture accepted by the Royal Society.
Edith, that's wonderful.
Father, look.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
do you think this will lead to some sort of commission? You'll soon be supporting all of us.
Arthur, she may well prefer to get married.
She's only just finished art school. She doesn't know what she wants yet.
Mother, Edith, I want you to meet Arthur Matheson.
Mr. Matheson?
Some women do know what they want, and Edith just might be one of them. Matheson's sister is a professional actress.
I hope her brother knows what he wants, because I've just given him the job. On your recommendation.
I must just tell Evelyn my news.
Let the music cease and the windows be closed. My dear husband, there is much I would say to you about your business concerns, but I know you would pay as little heed as you used to when I lay in my little corner upstairs. But I send you all greetings and love at this time of trial.
What is it? Oh.
March 6th. Tonight a toad was discovered jumping about in the hall. It must have come in through the garden door, which has been standing open all day.
I'm sorry about the row this afternoon, Arthur. We wouldn't want you to feel unwelcome here.
We've all known each other for such a long time. It does seem a shame you two can't agree.
Rows between friends who once held the same views are always bitter. Kenneth hasn't changed his views on anything since I first met him. Perhaps I've grown up since then.
Or perhaps you've forgotten what it was like. Even a gentleman with lots of money cannot buy matches from every child. There are so many poor children in the streets, you see. But the little match girl wouldn't go.
Edith? Evelyn Holden. My sister, Edith Wynne Matheson, the actress.
I'm delighted to meet you. Hello.
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 Come along, Arthur. You're on next. Would you like a seat?
The little match girl set the gentleman thinking. What a good idea it would be if all the little poor children could go to a party and dance and play and have dolls and fairy tales. And that's how we came to start the Cinderella clubs. Well, now your speaker's arrived for the Magic Lantern show, so let's have our food now and then we'll begin.
Poor little thing's half-starved, I suppose. Just a minute.
Please, ma'am, a big boy with dark my ticket off.
Oh, that's all right.
I wonder when the other half's going to wander in.
Oh, you don't mean...
Ah, just a moment. This isn't the right ticket.
Oh, please, ma'am, just let me stay a few minutes.
Will there be enough food?
I won't eat anything, only watch the pictures.
Oh, all right, go on then.
Lanternist, please. Billy's Rose. In a vile and filthy alley, long ago one winter's day, dying quick from wanton fever, hapless, patient, Billy lay. While beside him sat his sister, in the garret's dismal gloom, cheering with her gentle presence Billy's pathway to the tomb. Said Billy to his sister, I should like to take away
Shall we
something
go and get some
sister that
cocoa?
you gave me, I might look at every day. In the summer, you remember how the mission took us out to a great, green, lovely meadow where fine blossoms grew about. Nell, I asked the good, kind teacher what they called such flowers as those, and he told me I remember that the pretty
They'll all go back
name
to their freezing
was
homes
Rose.
tonight.
Not a word.
Evelyn seems to thrive on it.
But at night,
She spends all her
Billy
spare
said,
time with Frank, and he thinks of nothing else.
On she flung her scanty garments, and then down the stairs she crept. Lo, that night a wild, fierce snowstorm swept in fury o'er the land. And next morn, they found Nell frozen, with a red rose in her hand. Billy's dead and gone to glory, so has Billy's sister Nell. Am I bold to say this happened in the land where angels dwell? That the children met in heaven after all their earthly woes, and that Nellie kissed her brother and said, Billy, here's your rose.
Oh dear. I wonder if that was quite the right choice.
I should think a rose is a luxury they can't afford to dream of.
I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sat reclined in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. Through primrose tufts in that green bower the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? March 10th. Cycled to the withy beds within half a mile of bushwood. As I spun along between the hedges, I saw numbers of birds carrying on their house-building operations. I went a little out of my way down the lane to Kingswood to visit the steep banks where the blue periwinkle grows. I had to carry my cycle nearly a quarter of a mile down a steep, muddy ford rough set thick with thorns with high banks on each side. On these sheltered banks, I found numbers of the small celandine blossom and the first flowers of the little strawberry-leaved cinquefoil. When I got to the bottom of the lane, I set my bicycle against a bank and picnicked by a fence. A beautiful jay, in all the glory of his spring plumage, flew screaming across the lane into a spinney of larch trees opposite. He seemed to resent the intrusion of a human being in such an unfrequented spot. I was glad to find the periwinkle still trailing its wreaths on the bank. A yellow bunting was perched up on top of the hedge, repeating his cry, one can hardly call it a song, with its last peculiar, long, drawn-out note over and over again. A little bit of bread and no cheese, the country people liken it to. March 12th. After a wet, windy day, we woke this morning to a regular snowstorm. The air was full of whirling flakes, but in the midst of it all, I heard a skylark singing. March 13th. Another heavy fall of snow in the night. The cold has almost silenced the birds this morning. Numbers of them came onto the lawn to be fed. The starlings and cockchaffinches look specially gay just now in their spring coats.
Edith?
Oh, Ken, you've missed Macbeth Bane. You wanted to go early because of the snow.
It spared another lecture on my personal selfishness then. Seems I spent far too much time worrying about my own problems. Edith, I have to talk to somebody. Seems to be no way to behave with dignity.
Wait, Ken, what is it?
What can I explain even to you? What it is to watch and suspect and fear. How it demeans everything.
You're talking about Ina.
The worst of it is I know the man. He was a friend of mine.
Ken, I don't know what to say. Are you sure?
I wish I could pretend.
We were all so innocent once.
And the spring arose on the garden fair, like the spirit of love felt everywhere. And each flower and herb on earth's dark breast rose from the dreams of its wintry rest. The snowdrop and then the violet arose from the ground with warm rain wet, and their breath was mixed with sweet odour sent from the turf, like the voice and the instrument.
So now the sky is cloudless, clear, and here's an end to doubt and fear. Now safely we may walk through life, I your husband,
thou my wife?
Aha!
Behold, the fiend is come again!
Upon, rapscallion!
Will all this play acting bring the revolution any closer?
Dear. Walking through slowly first. You don't want anybody getting killed.
Well done.
Slower.
All right, shall I help you?
With my post rifle. Ken said you were a perfectionist. Will it be ready in time?
Perhaps you would prefer a professional artist.
Have I said something to hurt you?
Oh. You know the story, I'm sure. I'm not bitter about it. It's just that Evelyn already has a commission to illustrate a book, and she's younger than I am, so I know it means I'm just not good enough.
Oh, I doubt if it's quite so simple. Quick success hasn't always been the fortune of the best. You must know that. In my profession, charm plays a great part. We have to accept as much. Perhaps Evelyn is more willing to conform. I don't think you are. You'll need stamina, courage. You'll need to be able to stand alone. Look at Evelyn.
One day she'll marry Frank. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Do most women choose to give up everything when they marry?
No. But you have to be very tough to do both. It isn't always an advantage to be coddled. Remember that. Be strong.
Daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty. Daffydowndilly is come up to town in her yellow petticoat and her green gown. March 20th. Went to the daffodil field again. The buds have broken into yellow. Found 2 thrushes' nests, both in holly bushes. One nest was empty. The bird was sitting on the other. She looked at me with such brave, bright eyes. I could not disturb her, much as I would have liked to peep at her speckled blue eggs. How sweet the hedge that hides a cunning nest and curtains off a patient, bright-eyed thrush with 5 small worlds beneath her mottled breast. At last, the thin blue veils are backward furled. Existence pipes into a bird as infant music bursts into the world. That's the wise thrush. He sings his song twice over, lest you should think he never could recapture that first fine, careless rapture.
Father, what are you doing up?
Oh, I can never sleep after one of James's visits.
You mustn't worry about us. Kenneth will be all right.
I hope you're not too bored. Shut up here with little other company than a selfish old man.
I have all the adventure I need.
What a pity no one has ever put any work your way, as they did with Evelyn.
All in good time, Father.
March 31st. It has been a very cold month. There were 2 or 3 bright, genial days in the first week that were like a foretaste of summer.